Biomed, Nexus, daily updates, your essential biotech, medtech, and pharma recap. No noise, just what matters. Executive takeaway Big Pharma is aggressively front-loading 2026 pipelines with AI-native discovery and China-sourced clinical assets, as evidenced by nearly 11 Bs in new deals from Takeda and Eli Lilly. Meanwhile, J&J MedTech faces immediate pressure following a high-risk Class 1 neurovascular recall, and the FDA finalizes long-term telehealth extensions. Read, more week ahead. Q210 today, Vertex Pharmaceuticals, VRTX, Q4 earnings, WD211, January, jobs report, healthcare hiring metric. Q212, Biogen, BIIB, Q4 earnings and CPI data, what to watch AI native discovery. Premium Takeda's 1.7B packed with Iambic confirms that black box AI is no longer enough. The market is now valuing platforms that integrate predictive protein interaction models, like neural plexer, into active medicinal chemistry. Read, more China R&D decoupling risks. Eli Lilly's 885B deal with Innovent is a doubling down on China-sourced oncology. However, the ongoing Biosecurity Act debate in Congress could force structural ex-China shifts mid-year, making this a high-risk, high-reward geographic arbitrage. Read more neurovascular safety, re-rating J&J's Serapac recall classification, Class Y, will trigger immediate competitive shifts in the embolization coil market. Watch for Penumbra or Medtronic to capture near-term share as hospital procurement teams pause J&J orders. Read, more top story Eli Lilly and Innovent Biologics, Inc., 8.85B Global Alliance. The deal, Eli Lilly announced its seventh and most expansive collaboration with Innovent Biologics, worth up to $8.85 billion, 350 mentors upfront. The structure. Innovent will lead discovery and early clinical work through Phase 2 in China, while Lilly secures global commercialization rights, ex-China, for resulting oncology and immunology candidates. Why it matters? This signals a transition from traditional licensing to a shared risk global development model. By leveraging China's lower-cost discovery engine for early proof of concept, Lilly is attempting to hedge its R&D spend as it navigates upcoming 2028 patent cliffs. Read more oncology and rare disease. Krystal Biotech RMAT designation. Regulatory. The FDA granted Regenerative Medicine Advanced Therapy RMAT status yesterday to KB707, an inhaled redosable gene therapy for non-small cell lung cancer, NSCLC. Signal. This is the second RMAT for Krystal. Early data from the Kyanite-1 study showed consistent and meaningful anti-tumor activity in heavily pre-treated patients. Read more UW-Madison cell therapy. Fast Track. Received FDA Fast Track designation yesterday for an autologous mesenchymal stromal cell therapy to treat severe dry mouth, xerostomia, in Sjögren's disease, a first-in-class regenerative approach. Read more clinical and research updates. Zenas Biopharma, multiple sclerosis. Data, Actrims. Presented Phase 2. Moonstone data showing obexelimab achieved a 95% relative reduction in new gadolinium-enhancing T1 lesions in relapsing MS. Mechanism validates the B-cell inhibition pathway without the total depletion associated with anti-CD20 therapies like Ocrevus. Read more Roche, BTK inhibitor progress. Data, Actrims. Shared full Phase 3 data for fenebrutinib in primary progressive MS. The good showed a 26% improvement in upper limb function, 9-HPT, versus Ocrevus. The bad, reversible liver enzyme elevations in 13.3% of patients remain a monitoring hurdle that may limit the commercial label. Read more corporate developments, J&J MedTech, Class 1 recall, safety. The FDA has classified the recall of Serapac detachable coils as Class 1, most serious, Following reports of 1 death and 4 injuries due to detachment failures. Read, more Takeda 1.7B AI deal. Partnership, partnered with Iambic Therapeutics to utilize AI-driven physics models for oncology drug discovery. The deal involves an undisclosed upfront payment and heavy milestone weighting up to 1.7B. Read, more DSM Firmenich, divestiture. M&A, agreed yesterday to sell its animal nutrition and health business to CVC Capital Partners for an enterprise value of $2.2 billion, simplifying its focus on human health and nutrition. Read, more policy and public health PBM reform, Consolidated Appropriations Act. Status. While signed into law on Feb 3, key transparency mandates, 100% rebate pass-through, delinking compensation, will phase in starting 2028-2029. Impact. This gives PBMs a 30-month runway to adjust business models, delaying the extinction-level revenue hit. Read more Medicare, telehealth extension legislation. The extension of telehealth waivers through December 31, 2027 was finalized, providing a critical valuation floor for digital health platforms like Teladoc and Hims and Hers. Read more. We'd love your input. Just hit reply and tell us one thing you'd like to see more of or less of in the daily brief. Every note is read and directly shapes what we cover. Biomed Nexus Pro, Institutional Intelligence. Brief in. Today's Pro Brief, the BTK efficacy gap, why Roche's liver safety signal, 13.3%, makes fenebrutinib a niche player, and why Novartis's remibrutinib is the winner by default. China risk arbitrage. Lilly is betting 8.8B that innovation outpaces regulation. We analyze the Biosecurity Act exposure. J&J sentiment. The Serapac recall is a small revenue hit but a major sentiment drag for medtech. Upgrade to unlock institutional analysis. Read full article.